After a long and exhausting season, finally, the season is over. It's over. As a Liverpool fan, I am excited. I am okay, not really excited. I'm a little bit drained because it was such a disappointing season for us. Yeah, but yeah. Congratulations to Manchester City for winning the treble. They won the Champions League, the Premier League, and the FA Cup. Congratulations to you. Yeah, you're a standard bearer for excellence. You're a wonderful team. Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations to Arsenal for bottom the league, for qualifying for the Champions League. Yeah, that was the aim all along, right? You were not going for the league, right? Arsenal fans, right? Yeah, you were aiming for Champions League. Congratulations for going for Champions League. Congratulations to Manchester United for going to the Champions League. Congratulations to Newcastle for going to Champions League. Congratulations to Liverpool for I don't even want to say it. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing in Europa League, God? Well, let's leave it at that. Spurs are shit. Chelsea are sons are clowns. Okay, the season is over, and this is time for the season review. We already did one for Liverpool, so we'll do one for the rest of the league. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Attack Soft Football. It's a football channel. We'll talk about football and everything related to football. We'll be doing season reviews. It's a new channel, so please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Okay, let's start with the season review for the Premier League. The champions are Manchester City. They are well-deserved champions. Congratulations. I think at the beginning of the season when they signed Erling Haaland, Manchester City has always been a team that creates lots of chances. I think for the last 2 seasons, they created the most chances. They've been creating chances and chances and chances, but the problem they've always had has been finishing. Okay, they create lots of chances, but they don't have a natural finisher. But then in the offseason, when they recruited Erling Haaland, one of the best young players, if not the best player in the world, with the exception of one Leo Messi, okay, in my opinion, if not the best, but certainly one of the best finishers in the world. Okay. When they signed him, it made sense that 2 + 2 will equal 4. A team that creates chances and a player who is so good at finishing chances. When they mesh together, it should be magic, and it has proven to be so. Even though there were initial team problems, okay, there was a little period of adjustment where Haaland was scoring goals, but Man City were not, functioning that they were not functioning like a well-oiled machine that we know them to be. They were not that proper. They were not that dominating, okay? But then after the World Cup break, Pep Guardiola, as he wants to, a wonderful tactician, decided, he made some changes, introduced John Stones as, the hybrid midfield defender who, when they are defending, he becomes a defender. When they are attacking, he's a midfielder. And all of a sudden, you see them having more control. They became more physical. The team became bigger and more physical. And they went on to achieve greatness. Okay, they won the treble, the first English team to win the treble since Manchester United's team of 1999. That's Alex Ferguson. So congratulations to them. Sometimes talking about Man City is boring because they're just so excellent. Congratulations to them. They had a wonderful season. I think if not for that match against Southampton where they actually wobbled, they should have won the quad. But that's slim pickings. Okay, are they the best English team ever? That's all for debate. Are they the best Premier League team I've ever seen? No. I still prefer the 2017-18 vintage of Manchester City when the one the Centurions, the one that got the 100 points, with Sane at the left, Sterling at the right, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Aguero, Fernandinho. That team was excellent. So that is a matter of preference, but they are an exceptional team and they deserve all their flowers. I'm going to give their season a 10 out of 10 season. Regardless of the fact they did not win the quad, they had an excellent, almost flawless season. I'm just giving them 10 out of 10. Guardiola is a genius, an excellent manager, and he deserves the flowers. So 10 out of 10 for them. Now, Arsenal's case is quite funny. There's been an online discussion whether Arsenal bottled the league. Did they bottle the league? Did they not bottle the league? Well, I'm going to say yes and no. Okay, starting from their expectations. Okay, when the season started, most people did not actually tip Arsenal to even be in Europe. I mean, okay, they did not even tip them to be in when I mean Europe, I mean the Champions League. Okay, most people did not tip them to be in the Champions League places. Okay, because this was the team that finished 54. We're tipping Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Manchester United. They were all that people that were being tipped ahead of them. Okay, the best, some people, so even Arsenal fans, the best they hoped for was to get into the Champions League. And then the season started and it started like a house on fire, winning match after match. Belief started coming, late comebacks, winning match after match after match. And I think their form before the World Cup was excellent. I think the time they missed a trick a little. I think faith played a hand. The week they were supposed to play Manchester City, I think that was when the Queen died. And so they had to postpone that match. I think that if they had played the match that particular time, Arsenal were flying. And Manchester City were not exactly on fire. I think these were those periods when they were dropping points, I think they lost to Brentford and the rest. Those periods, they were not necessarily on fire. They were not really a well-oiled machine. And so, I think that if Arsenal had played them then, with the belief they had and the way they were playing, the confidence they were playing before the World Cup, Arsenal may have gotten the result. But that's slim pickings, that is swings around about. When the season started, after the World Cup, you could see that Arsenal were drained. They were losing they were not as dynamic as they were before. And you could see that the squad depth they had was a little bit thin. And the three damaging results, drawing 2-2 with Liverpool. Drawing 2-2 with Liverpool is not a bad result. It's not a bad. Each result in isolation, aside from the Southampton results, each result in isolation is not necessarily bad. It's just the fact that it happened back to back to back. Drawing 2-2 with Liverpool at Anfield is not a bad result. Manchester City won the league, okay, but they lost to Liverpool at Anfield. So drawing with Liverpool is not actually a bad result, okay. Drawing 2-2 with West Ham is not ideal, but not a catastrophic result. Because people seem to forget, the previous season, Manchester City also drew 2-2 with West Ham at the London Stadium. Yes, it happens. And then drawing 3-3 with Southampton is not ideal, but you are not expected to beat everybody in the league. Even Manchester City did not beat everybody in the league. Manchester City also dropped points. They drew with Nottingham Forest, they drew with Everton. So each of these matches in isolation did not. You can drop points in those matches, but the fact that it happened back to back to back, I think, just drained the belief out of Arsenal. And you could see them crumble when they did not have the belief to play Manchester City. The first leg they lost at the Emirates. The second leg they were comprehensively beaten, and you could see the belief drain out of the Arsenal players, the support, and everything. And at the end, yeah, the finish run out. Is it a terrible result? No. I think the season was still an excellent one. They did well. At least they surpassed their expectations. Even though this window of opportunity they had will not come again, because I don't think next season Liverpool will be this inconsistent. Chelsea will be this shit. I think if the Saudis or Qataris, if they take over Manchester United, then you hope to see an improvement. Okay, so I don't think that it will be this open the way it was this season for Arsenal. The path will be this open for Arsenal. But regardless, they had an excellent season, 8 out of 10 season. Manchester United had an okay season, just a solid season. They were not that spectacular. They had some moments where they were catastrophic, like when they lost 7-0 to us, when they lost 7-0 to Liverpool. But overall, they were just solid. They did what they had to do. Won matches. They were boring. They were just slightly consistent, just going. They benefited from the inconsistency of Liverpool and Chelsea, but they just continued along that way, and they just went and consistently went to Europe. So congratulations to them. That's all I have to say. Congratulations to them. Newcastle, an excellent for Manchester United. 7 out of 10 season. They could have done more, but they didn't do damage. They didn't do too much damage. The objectives of Ten Hag were met. They won a cup and they qualified for the Europe Champions League. So yeah. For Newcastle, an excellent season, 9 out of 10 season. I mean, for a team that was battling relegation about a year ago, 2 years ago, for them they did not necessarily challenge for the league, but they challenged for top 4, and they finally got it. Without spending an extravagant amount of money, it was down to the brilliance of Eddie Howe, coaching, and players who followed instruction. I loved watching them. They were physical, they were technical, they knew how to play, they were excellent. You could see the improvements of players like Jolinton, Willock, and the rest, Longstaff, and the rest. So it was not just money. They had an excellent season. I'm going to give their season a 9 out of 10. I've talked about Liverpool before. Chelsea had a terrible season. I mean, as a Liverpool fan, I'm kind of happy, okay, perversely happy that he had that kind of bad season, because if not for Chelsea, would have been the laughing stock, okay, we and Spurs would have been the laughing stock of the Premier League, because Chelsea had a terrible season. They had a good manager when they started the season. They had Thomas Tuchel, who had won Champions League for them and was just consistently trying. Their summer signings were not bad. They signed Cucurella from Brighton, who now everybody's laughing at Cucurella, but he was actually Brighton's player of the season before he came. Koulibaly was a respected defender from Italy that had been linked to Premier League for years, and Sterling was a core member of the Manchester City squad that was dominating England. So they were nice players. They were not terrible players. They were okay players. They were nice players. They were additions to the squad. They came in, but for some reason or the other, they could not really click. Tuchel did not really get them cooking at the same time, and they signed Aubameyang. I don't know what Todd Bowley was thinking. You signed Aubameyang. He and Tuchel just played just one game, and then you sacked Tuchel. Okay, they sacked Tuchel. Tuchel is gone. They bring in Graham Potter. Graham Potter comes. He has an okay-ish start, not spectacular, just solid, chugging along until the World Cup. Then after the World Cup, it all goes to shit. They go and sign lots of players, and Fernandes, Mudryk, Kani Chukwuemeka, and they sign players. Basically, Kani Chukwuemeka, they signed Madueke, lots of players. They just signed them and gave it to Potter. And Potter had a bloated squad, couldn't really do much with the squad. He was not looking technically inept, and they were having issues. And they sacked him. They brought in Bruno Saito for the match against Liverpool, which is annoying. Chelsea were just giving 3 points to everybody except Liverpool. Liverpool were the only team that when they saw Liverpool, Chelsea became like prime Madrid. Kante was playing like Makelele and Zidane roll into one. That night that he played Liverpool, they drew. They should have won us. Okay, they should have won us. But Chelsea, they were shit. They couldn't score, so they drew. And it was annoying. Like I sat there as a Liverpool fan watching Chelsea actually lose to almost everything. They lost to starting twice, for God's sake. But each time they face us, it's almost as if they have energy. I don't get it. Well, that was it. And then they brought in Super Frankie Lampard. I was talking to my Chelsea fans, some of my Chelsea friends, and they were telling me Lampard is a decent appointment. He knows the club, he knows the squad. He'll be able to whip the players into shape and to end the season on a respectable front. Just be respectable. Nah. First game lost, second game lost, third game lost, fourth game, fifth game lost, sixth game lost, 7 game win, 8th game drew. And just like that, at the end of the season, just have 1 win in 13 matches. What a poor record, an appalling record. Well, now they have Pochettino, and they are making some signings, trying to make some signings. So I feel like next season they will improve. Surely they cannot be this bad. Okay, they cannot surely be this bad. So their season, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. It was a terrible season for them. A season from hell, okay? If not for the points that Tuchel had gotten before he was sacked, they probably should have been in a bigger relegation battle than they were, okay? So that's it for Chelsea, 2 out of 10. Spurs. What am I going to say about Spurs? Spurs were Spursy, like as usual, carried by Hurricane. I don't know what to say about Spurs. Just they had a Spurs this season, 4 out of 10. That's awful Spurs. So that's it, and that's the season review for each Premier League team. That's it. If you have anything to say about them, if you want to, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you have to say about the squads and their seasons. I want to see your scores. What do you want? Are you a Liverpool fan? How many do you score this season? Are you a Chelsea fan? How many do you score this season? Tell me in the comments below, and just let's have a conversation there. Alright, let's come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. More videos will be coming. Thank you once more. I think the season is ended, but transfer window just started, and we are seeing Liverpool have signed McAllister. We've seen some signings, and I know Chelsea are going for Caicedo and Arsenal for Rice. So I'll keep updated on my thoughts on the transfer and the rest. Once again, thanks for listening. hit the like and smash the subscribe button. Leave your comments below. Thanks for listening and have a lovely day. Gracias.